Hello everybody, and welcome to another Vintage Cube video. We have gotten 2 trophies in a row and hoping to make that a nice trifecta here. And a pretty good pack to do it. We're going to be taking Mana Drain. This card is phenomenal. I mean, just Counterspell is phenomenal. And this is Counterspell with tons of upside. So that's pretty sweet. Other good cards in the pack include Force of Will, Library of Alexandria, and Path to Exile. I think those are the cards that I would consider first picking here. Path is not one I'm thrilled about, but it's okay. Overgrown Tomb is also fine, but pretty easy mana drain here. And this won't change our pick order much. Cards that require a lot of blue pips go up in value because we already want to have a bunch of islands. It's best when you can go like turn 2 mana drain, turn 3 like slam a 5 or 6 mana planeswalker. But it's not like I'm just going to pick a Elspeth Sun's Champion really highly because of this, but something to be aware of, that can happen in some games. Yeah, we're passing Force of Will, but not much other blue stuff, so that's decent. Now we get a pretty bad follow-up pack, though. The only blue spell is Frantic Search, which I don't love. There's Tropical Island, but I don't think blue-green is that good of a color combination. Like, splashing a few blue cards in your base green deck is fine, but green doesn't add that much to blue. You really want to be playing good removal alongside your counter magic, and green is not known for its removal. I think I will still probably take it, just because there's nothing else good, but it's not a pack I'm thrilled with. Other good cards, like Abrade is solid. Vampiric Tutor is fine. It's good in some decks. This is a tri-land that's not in our colors. There's a Frantic Search, which is good in Storm, and a few, like, it's good in Reanimator, but most decks that play Mana Drain don't really want Frantic Search. And then there's just, like, a lot of kind of dopey, mid-rangey creatures. So, yeah, I think we'll take the Tropical Island with a little bit of sadness. Okay. This pack is kind of good, but not good for us. Ugin is good with Mana Drain. There's a fetch land that doesn't get our Tropical Island. We could take Dismember, which is a really good removal spell, or we could take Brainstorm. I don't think I want to take like a Raphelos or a Garruk or something. A lot of land-related stuff, but just not the right kind of lands for us. I'm going to take the Dismember. If we are blue-green, then we won't have very good removal, and Dismember is really nice in that sort of deck. And even if we are playing a like Bant or something, still having a sweet removal spell is nice. Yeah. Well, yeah, Grist is also an option if we're Sultai. I do like Wrath of God in blue-white, but I'm going to take the Dismember. Okay, what do we have here? There's an Edric, but this is the problem with blue-green. Like, this is in our color combination, and we don't even want it. I'll take a Sylvan Library. This is pretty good card draw. It's better if you have more fetch lands. It's also better if you have life gain, but it's a good card. Yeah, not too much else here. Like, we could take a Worm Coil to pair with a Mana Drain. Could take Savannah if we want to go Bant, but yeah, let's take the Sylvan. So, not the best start, but it's not bad. I do think this is... I want to play another color in this deck. Whether it's Sultai or Bant or whatever it is. Like, even Teamer. I don't think just straight up blue-green is that good. But then again, we do get a Derogatory Speaker. There's also Nissa, which is pretty strong. Or really strong, actually. But I still think it's a bit better to take the cheap play. Blue is cut. Like, blue is not looking open. So we might not even play Mana Drain. But yeah, we'll take the Tree Speaker. If green is super open, we could just pivot it into green and, like, maybe splash a couple blue cards. But Mana Drain is not looking great here if we end up not getting much other blue stuff. Okay, I think we take Simic Signet. Ashiok is good, but we're not... I don't think that's the kind of deck we're likely to play based on what we've been seeing so far. This pack makes black look very open, but I think still we want to take the Simic Signet here. If this was an off-color Signet, it would be potentially different, but yeah, let's take that. So still remains to be seen what sort of deck this is. I think it's unlikely we end up the sort of all-in on creatures, Craterhoof deck, but it is possible. And it's also possible we just end up being like blue-green good stuff. Okay, we'll take the Rex Age. This pack is not that good. A lot of big artifacts that are pretty mediocre. Yeah, we'll take the Rex Age. This is a good card. I'm pretty happy to see this. And this is a card that's good in whatever build we do. It will be good. Whether we're doing like a sort of creature-heavy deck or like more blue-green mid-range. All right, well, Green is looking kind of cut too, so I think we're going to need to dip into a third color. And I think if that is the case, I want to take Spire Bluff Canal. Red looks kind of open here, and we could be Teamer. Yeah, we'll do that. Kind of bad start, though. We don't have a strong, cohesive plan yet, and we don't have particularly high card quality either. After Mana Drain, we haven't seen much in the way of, like, really powerful stuff. And still here, like, these packs have just been bad. Like, none of the cards here are that high of a pickup for any deck, really. We could take Duretti and try and do some artifact shenanigans, but I think I'm just going to take Embereth Shieldbreaker. Yeah, this is the best card there for us. We can be like Teamer and have good ways to blow up artifacts, and if we get like, the problem is we just don't have the good payoffs. We don't have like Minsk and Boo or Oko or anything like that. Okay, there's a Devoted Druid, but I think I'm moving more towards red. These cards are good even if we're not base green, so I think we just take the Abrade. Very good interactive spell, and try and be like a Teamer mid-range deck. The fact that we've gotten so few blue cards is pretty unfortunate. So what we need to hope for is that the player to our right is picking blue cards, the player to our left is not playing blue, and then we can get some nice blue stuff in pack 2. Yuck. 2 lands that don't really do it for us. And then a Grist, which is good if we're playing black. I think I'll take the Zytor's Proving Ground. Close pick, though. Nothing here looks great for us. There's a late dig through time, so that's kind of interesting. There's also Arcane Proxy, which is good with Abrade, but it doesn't work with Dismember. Yeah, I'll take the dig. Of course, now we get just black-white. All right. I don't think we're pivoting to mono-white this draft, so I'm not going to consider doing that. All right, nothing has seemed super open, and we haven't seen that many powerful cards. But we do have some okay interaction. We're very good against artifacts, so hopefully we play against several artifact decks. And then also hopefully we can just pick up some powerful cards that are a payoff for playing all these colors. Alright, Super Late Escapes the Wild is a nice payoff. It's not the kind of card you'll like build your deck around necessarily, but it's a sign that red-green might be open. If this is going super late, that means we could get a somewhat late Minsk and Boo potentially. And last pick, Sulfuric Vortex. Okay, I don't think we're playing that. Okay, what do we have here? There's a Verdant Catacombs, which can get Tropical Island and Zytor's Proving Ground. I think that's probably the pick. Incinerate's fine. Birds of Paradise would be good if we... Yeah, Birds of Paradise would be good, but I think I would still rather have this fixing. There's Rogran Triome, but that's not amazing. Inferno Titan is fine. Yeah, I think there's a lot of, like, pretty good creatures, or pretty good spells here, versus a very good land, and I will take the very good land there almost every time. Yeah. None of the blue stuff here is great for us. We could play Leovold. We do have Zytor's Proving Grounds, but I'm still taking the fetch. Okay, interesting pick here. Goblin Rabblemaster is a solid card. This could be a pretty good Ledger Shredder deck, but I think I'm just going to take the Snapcaster Mage. It plays really well with a Braid. I guess it doesn't play well with some of our other stuff. Ledger Shredder is tempting. But yeah, let's take the Snap. This card's good. It becomes way better if we get something like Time Walk. Just a really solid card. And I want my deck to be more blue, so it's better at grinding. Okay. There's Kiki Jiki, but I don't think we're doing that. I think I'm more interested in a Mystic Confluence here. Ramunap Excavator could get there. But yeah, let's just take the Mystic Confluence. This card's great. And this is how I was hoping this was going to go. Like, the deck looks very different from when we were mostly just red-green after Pack 2, but that was sort of what I was banking on. Getting a bunch of good blue stuff in Pack 2, and then we can fill out our deck with medium red and green stuff in the late picks and in Pack 3. Okay. This pack is not good for us. There's no good red cards, there's no good green cards for us, and no good blue cards. We could take Underground Sea, though, which could help the mana base. We also, I mean, at the very least, it lets us pay for Dismember, but it also gives us another land that we can find off of Verdant Catacombs, and we might even end up splashing black. Pretty weak pack, though. I'm not taking this because it's like a great piece of fixing. I'm taking this because everything else sucks, and it could help us in the end. Okay, I'll take a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. That's a really nice pickup. Just a really, it's a good value play. Helps us loot away through bad stuff. Swords to Plowshares is strong. We did not take the Titania land. Yeah, let's take the Fable. I've never seen someone meld this. I don't think this card is good enough for the format, but we'll see. I hope I can do it at least at one time. Yeah, we'll take the Fable. We have a few removal spells, good removal for artifacts, some card advantage up here. I wouldn't mind a few good threats. Like we don't really have any good threats yet. Fable of the Mirror Breaker is kind of a good threat, but I'm looking for some more like Oko, Dak Faden, Minsk and Boo, that sort of thing. Ooh, Chandra. There's the Deceiver Exarch, and we did pass Kiki, but I'm not going to bank on the Kiki wheeling. Let's just take the Chandra. This card's really good. Our mana is getting a little sketchy. Like, we don't have very good red fixing, but Chandra's good enough that I think it is still the pick here, and we're not missing out on much. I don't think we're playing Endurance, at least in the main deck. Okay, so these pieces of fixing do not help us. Yeah, we'll take a Spell Pierce. Really nice pickup, actually. You basically always want more counter magic, and Spell Pierce is a good counter spell. There's 5 white spells in this pack and a white land. Not really what we're looking for. I think I'll take the Grim Lavamancer. It overlaps a bit with Dig Through Time, but I think we'll fill up our graveyard fairly well, so I think it's fine. Alright, now we need to decide if we want Leavold or Incinerate. We have pretty good black fixing. We have 3 free sources. Yeah, I think I'll take a Leavold here. We just took some more cheap burn. Yeah, I think we can splash this card. Interesting. Okay. With Grim Lavamancer and Dig Through Time, I'm not that interested in Murktide Regent. We also only have 1 fetch line for Loam, so I think I'll take Karn. It's not amazing, but if we can ramp into it, it can get some good work done. I really need some better fixing here. We only have 5 non-basics, and that is not going to cut it. Well, this isn't going to help much with that. I don't think we're a Yorion deck. We're not... Yeah, none of these cards are good. I guess I'll take the Yorion speculatively. Whoa, okay. Alright, my mouse is kind of spazzing. Well, did not mean to take that. Can my mouse handle this? Hopefully we're good now. This pack sucks. Doesn't matter. We're not playing any of these cards. Porcelain Legionnaire, I guess. I guess I'll take this. Maybe we end up pivoting towards heavier black. We have both braids. That's kind of funny. But this deck is not functional at the moment due to the mana base. The spells are pretty good. We definitely increased our card quality a lot in pack 2. But if we only have 5 non-basics and we're trying to play 4 colors, that's just never going to work. So we really, really need to pick up like another Triome and then a couple fetches. That would actually be all it takes. If we got 1 Triome exactly and 2 fetch lands, then our mana base would be good enough. It's still not great, but passable. Man, just only white cards. I don't think I'm playing that white cards, though, so I'll take the Bloodthirsty Adversary, which could actually get there, potentially. Especially if we got Time Walk. But this deck needs a bit of help in the mana, for sure. Alright, pack 3. I was lamenting our bad mana, and now this is a perfect pack for it. So we need to decide between Ketria Triome and Wooded Foothills. So this would give us a nice fetchable, an additional fetchable blue land. But I think we just take the Wooded Foothills still. This can get all four of our colors. Yeah, that's got to be the pick. Ignoble Hierarch would be good. Memory Deluge would be good. Obviously the Triome. Time Twister does combo with the Leovold, but we really, really need the fixing. So it's not particularly close. I mean, I guess it's close between these two, but I don't think there's any reasonable argument for taking any spell here. What a Foothills. Get in here. Okay, there's the Xander's Lounge. That helps a lot with the mana. There's actually a lot of good cards for us here. Bayou, Dark Confidant, Glorybringer, Faithless Looting, Xander's Lounge, Tireless Tracker. I think I'm going to take the Xander's Lounge, though. Black is a small splash. Yeah, let's take the Xander's Lounge. Then we have two black Triomes, which is a little weird. I think it's fine, though. Yeah, actually, if we could get to the point where we could play Hero's Downfall, which would be good. That card's really strong. Yeah, let's take the Xander's Lounge. Okay, there's a Taiga. The mana's starting to come together. Primeval Titan could be interesting, but yeah, I don't think there's any real considerations here. Pretty easy Taiga. This is an untapped red-green land that we can get off of Wooded Foothills and Verdant Catacombs. That's a good place to be. Alright, the deck feels so much better now than it did very recently. Hopefully we can... I mean, I still would like to get a few of those heavy-hitting mid-range threats, but the mana, which is the thing I was most worried about, is starting to come together well. Okay, there's a Stomping Ground, but we just took Taiga, so that's not as important. I think I'm going to take the Utopia Sprawl here. Yeah, I'll take that. That's good ramp, good fixing. We don't have that much ramp. Maelstrom Pulse is a card that we could potentially take on the wheel. Hexdrinker is a solid spell, but yeah, let's take the Sprawl. Okay, I think we take a Breeding Pool now. Kaito is fine, but I guess we do already have Tropical Island. I still think I'm taking the Breeding Pool, though. I really want to have good blue fixing. Okay, there's an Omnath, but we're not playing white. Demonic Tutor. This is not a very good deck for Demonic Tutor, but it's such a powerful card that I think that is still the pick. We are a little bit light on win conditions, but there's no great win conditions here. So yeah, I'll take the Demonic Tutor. And then hopefully we can find like one good finisher here. Could be like, I think we passed Inferno Titan already. That sort of thing would be good. A lot of Planeswalkers would be good here. I would love a late Uro. And we have all the blue-green fixing. Okay, Field of the Dead is interesting. Hydroid Krasis is good, but this is a win condition that we could play. And we have like a good mana base to support it. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. Get in here, Field of the Dead. That's a win condition. We need a few more spells, but I think we should be able to get there. Okay, Kolaghan's Command now. I think that's better than Garruk. We're solidly playing black now. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black sources without playing any swamps. Just a more powerful card than Garruk. And I believe that's the last fresh pack, so we're not going to be getting any like super all-stars, but still, this deck looks solid. It's like kind of a messy pile, but high card quality, and I think the fixing is good enough. But we'll see. All right, Ketria Triumph Wield. That's great. There's also Memory Deluge, though. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Deluge here. I want a bit more card draw, and this is very good card draw. It's kind of close. But I think our mana base is fine. Okay, I'll take the Bayou since I just took the since I just passed the land. I think Bayou will help. Tireless Tracker is good, but yeah, let's take this. Now, none of these cards are playable for us. I guess I'll take Avenger. Maelstrom Pulse is a good one. I'm happy to get that. So, oh, Kaito. Him is also fine, but let's take the Kaito. It's a lot easier to cast. And then Burst Lightning, not bad actually. And Forge Master. Okay, so let's cut the Grim Lava Mancer. We can bring it in against small creatures, but we're already playing Dig through time. What else do we want to cut? I almost want to cut Demonic Tutor, but I think it's probably worth playing. We need two cuts. At least two cuts. I think I want the Karn. It's not amazing in this deck, but we do need some ramp. We could cut Embereth Shieldbreaker now that we have Rex Sage, Kolaghan's Command, a Braid. Yeah, that seems fine. I do think Snapcaster Mage is worth it. Mana Drain is a little sketchy, but I think it's worth it. I like Escape to the Wilds. We have good card draw in this deck. I like Kaito. I like Fable for sure. Maybe Burst Lightning, and then we bring it in against decks where we need more removal. So we cut a lot of our red. We're still playing Chandra, but let's sort by color. So it looks like we're heaviest blue, which I'm happy about. 8 blue cards, 7 black cards, 5 red, 7 green. Okay, fairly even. Definitely heaviest blue, though. Let's see how this would look. For blue, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 plus Signet. That's fine. I don't want to go lower. I would like one more. For black, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's probably fine. For green, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And worth noting, they're all forests, so that's good for Tree Speaker or for Utopia Sprawl. For red, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Okay, the mana is still sketchy since we're playing a colorless land in our 4-color deck, but I think it's passable. And the card quality ended up getting there pretty much. It's high. We're a bit light on ways to win the game, and we don't have any man lands actually. That's kind of bad. But Field of the Dead can be a win condition, and then we can beat down with what we have. I think that shouldn't be too much of a problem. So we'll submit like this. I think this deck is pretty sweet. See you in round 1. Alright, we're on the draw for round 1, but with a keepable hand, we can keep this. The question is, do we want to hold up Spell Pierce on turn 1? And I think the answer is yes. We can play this though, and then we can grab an untapped blue-green land if they just pass. Brawl. Okay, can't counter that. This is fine. Let's get our Xander's Lounge, I think. Alright, I think I will shock this in. It kind of gives away that we have something, but I really want to be able to cast this Mana Drain. Looks like we might get our wish here. And then we'll have if they cast a 3-drop, or especially if they cast a 4-drop, which they might do, it's a really interesting decision of what to do with the Mana Drain mana. Krark. Okay, I don't care about this that much, but I think I'm still going to Mana Leak it. Or Mana Drain it. It's possible that they have a counterspell. Okay, they don't. So I just wanted to get the mana going. Night's Whisper. Alright, I would have rather kill that, honestly, but this is fine. Get some mana. I think I'm just going to play Karn and plus. Yeah, that seems worth it. Want to get some lands going. Okay, nice. 2 untapped blue sources, so we can hold up Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce is not great against the Brawl, but it could get some value. Preordain is fine. Based on what we've seen, they might be storming. Looks like they are storming. Oh, huh. Okay. So they, oh, I should not have 6 actually. They could play like a time walk here or something. So Karn goes to 1. Okay, we are going to get to untap with Karn. Hopefully we can find a removal spell. We don't. Let's plus again. They give us Utopia Sprawl, alright. Unfortunately, we only have 1 forest, so we cannot use the Utopia Sprawl mana immediately. And that Goldspan Dragon is just going to get them a ton of value. What do we do here? I think I'm just going to jam the Fable. Let them kill the Karn. Get our tap land into play, and then hopefully we can dig for some action here. We're also going to fill our graveyard for the dig through time. And we can discard, like, definitely Spell Pierce. And then maybe Utopia Sprawl. I think we're behind, though, but it depends on what they have. Okay, repeal our token is bad news. Yeah, we're definitely behind by a lot. Like Grixis mid-range, Grixis weird storm, maybe. They only have 3 cards, though. And they play land every turn, so they might have 1 or 2 more lands. Okay, Field of the Dead is fine. Discard, Sprawl, Pierce. Draw Kaito. That's kind of bad. I think I'm going to play Escape to the Wilds this turn. And just try and like ramp into Field of the Dead value. Okay. Dismember so we can kill Goldspan Dragon. I think I'm going to do it, well, yeah, I'll do it now just to make them use a treasure if they're going to counter this. They have like tons of mana. I don't care even about the mana generation of this. I just want to get their dragon off the battlefield. Next turn we can Maelstrom Pulse the Burgi and play Field of the Dead and make a token. Echo of Eons. Whoa. Okay, our backup hand is pretty good, but they have tons of mana. Now their treasures do only make 1 mana though, which is good. I wish we had the Maelstrom or the Field of the Dead in play. Vampiric Tutor, okay. They might just storm us here. I still don't really understand what they're doing, but I think they are storming. They're playing a lot of cards that are just so bad in a mid-range deck, and they were kind of beating us with their mid-range plan anyways, which is maybe not a good indicator for our deck's power level, but I just don't think that, like, they're just not going to be playing all these, like, Baral, Burgi creatures in a normal deck. Retrofitter Foundry, okay, we can kill that. We have multiple ways to kill that. Gush? Did they just bounce 2 of their lands? What? Okay, they must be storming us this turn. If we get to untap, I actually think we're ahead, frankly. Or if we untap without them doing something pretty significant. Okay, so they are storming. This hits us for 10, and then they kill us with Burgi. Okay, so got killed by Storm in game 1. It's a weird Storm deck that seems kind of weak, to be honest, but they do get us there. So let's bring in Embrace Shieldbreaker. Let's bring in Burst Lightning. Because they had a surprisingly high creature count. What do we not want? I think I'll cut Karn. It was kind of underwhelming there. Maybe we just all play the Burst Lightning. Yeah, I think I'll run it like this. On the play. Good hand. We can play turn 2... Tree Speaker into Sylvan Library. We don't have red mana yet, but Sylvan Library might be able to dig us for it. It would be quite bad if they killed this. Nice. And then we need to decide how much life we are willing to pay. Given that they're playing Tendrils of Agony, Going down on really low on life is a little bit worrying. Um, but I think I still will pay 8 life on the first turn. Yeah. Okay, so let's go Utopia Sprawl here, naming red. And then Kolagun's command to kill this, make them discard. Hit them for 2. I think that's better than playing Escape to the Wilds this turn. And I also think that there's almost no value in leveling up this derogatory speaker further. Next turn we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So we actually could play Escape to the Wild into Maelstrom Pulse, which is kind of sweet. Night's Whisper is extremely slow. Okay, this is fine. Let's go Escape to the Wild into Kaito. So, do we want to pay 4 life? I don't really feel comfortable paying 4 life, so we'll put this on top. Put this on top. We'll put the Spell Pierce in our hand because we want to draw that. Then we go this, plus this, and this for Escape to the Wilds. Now I can play 2 lands. So we go Island, Island, Kaito. And we'll make a 1/1. I don't really care about looting. My hand is good. This way we can just start drawing cards next turn. And these cards are kind of bad. We can't really use the removal spells, most likely. But we already got 2 cards out of the Escape the Wild and some ramp. And we can go snap Kolagon's command at the very least. Okay. Don't want that. And I actually don't think we need this either. So let's start by attacking for 1. Crack this. I think I'm just going to get like a Taiga here. And then let's draw. And let's snap Escape to the Wilds. We want to make sure to leave up Spell Pierce. Okay. So we'll play land, Simic Signet. And pass turn with Spell Pierce up. And so we're absolutely drowning our opponent in ramp and card draw, but we don't have much pressure. So they could theoretically just like still win. I mean, they're librarying over there. Yeah, we'll see. We need to. This is the problem with this deck, though. We have a good card draw, some okay interaction, but we don't have a quick clock at all, and we're seeing the problems of that here. They play Burgi, so we can kill that. I'm not going to pay any more life. Let's go black. We'll do this. Maelstrom Pulse. Play land. Swing. I think I'm going to leave this back and then you dig through time to dig a little deeper. We also do have Memory Deluge, which we want to cast this turn if we're casting it at all. So draw. Deluge. Taking a Braid, Mana Drain, good hits. And then we don't have Mana Drain up this turn, but we do have Spell Pierce and a Braid. So we can go Fable. Pass. We're kind of getting close to milling ourselves, which is funny. Yeah, like what we don't even have that many big heavy hitters to be drawing towards. We could find Chandra. Okay, we untap. Leovold, that's a really good hit. I guess I will use this. Okay, nice. Top, top. I'll discard one card. I really do want to avoid milling myself, though. We'll attack them with these three. And now we just need to hold up our counter magic. Okay. They make a 1/1. I think I'm just going to let them trade here with a Snapcaster Mage if they want to, rather than use Braid. Okay, now we go red, red, green, black. Well, okay. This plus this plus this for Leovold. And then Chandra. Oh, we have Demonic Tutor on top. We're just going to plus and not even play it. I think I'd rather have 2 damage at this point since we have relatively few cards left in our deck. And then we have all of our stuff available even if we don't shock this into play. So I'll just make it harder for them to kill us with Tendrils. I'm going to make another 1/1. And then we're going to try and kill them next turn. They can get Retrofit or Foundry if they want, but it's going to be hard for them to do enough with that to really get us here. I think they're going to need to Tendrils us, so we're just going to really aggressively counter their mana development so they can't get to enough mana to Tendrils us. We have so many permanents in play for turn 7, and we've drawn so many cards. I just wish we had like a better thing to draw into. The win condition is the least important part usually, or almost always. And so the fact that our win conditions are a little bit slow is not too bad, but it would be really nice if we just had something like Inferno Titan that would just like push a bunch of damage really quickly. All right, so they need to get us with a Storm count with Tendrils for 6. They also can't use card draw against the Leovold. That is not going to work how you want it to, my friend. All right, I mean they're just casting spells that they know are doing nothing, which makes me think they might just have enough to storm us off. Mind's Desire. Okay, so we'll see what they hit here. I think we should be able to win this, unless they get really lucky. Okay, definitely can win against this. All right, sweet. So we take down Storm in game 2. Do we want to change anything for game 3? I don't think so. We really are light on win conditions. Like, all of our top end is just more card draw. So it's like pretty much entirely Chandra, Fable, Leovold, stuff like that. It's very bad that we don't have a manland. But, like, we could bring an Avenger of Zendikar. They would have been very good there, actually. But I think I'm just going to run it back. If we play against a hard control deck, we might need to go up on win conditions. But in this matchup, I'm not too worried about running out of win conditions. I'd rather just have the high card quality. Okay, this hand's fine. We don't have red or black mana, but turn 1 Druaga Tree Speaker is nice, and we have a lot of live draws. Okay, Basic Forest is potentially the single worst draw on the deck. Baral, okay. Well, at least we drew black mana. Still not great. I'm just going to level this up and leave it back to block. I don't think there's... I mean, there's not much value in leveling this up again. Obviously, no value in attacking. There could be some value in blocking and making them have to Tendrils us for 1 more. Preordain, that's fine. Really want to find a red source here for this Fable. We can use Fable to discard our bad, redundant lands. Ooh, Yawgmoth's Will is in exile. That's got to be good for us. Do we Demonic Tutor for a red source? I kind of think we do. It's not exciting, but um, that's probably the play. We could also get... No, we don't. We can't play Leovold this turn. We could get a kill spell. I think I'm just going to get a red source there so we can play the Fable. So let's get Spirebluff Canal. And then Fable. And this will give us a lot of value. It'll let us dig towards our action. And our mana base is great. Now we have lots of blue, so we can play our mana drain and stuff. Yeah, I think this is a solid position. So they could play Yawgmoth's Will for value. It costs only 2 mana, so they could play Yawgmoth's Will into light up the stage again if they wanted to. Or Yawgmoth's Will into Preordain. Okay, they do play the Will. It's in exile, so that makes their deck a lot less scary. So they did get a 2-for-1 out of light at the stage, but I still think we're in a great spot. Or like an okay spot at least. So it depends on what we draw into with the Fable, but we have some action. Hopefully we can find a way to kill the Brawl. That's a way to kill it. So let's discard these 2 lands. Okay, nice. Okay, we could go... We have 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, 6 with this, so we can go Abrade into Snap Demonic Tutor. I think that's worth it. So Abrade this. Swing for 2. And then next turn we can hold up Mystic Confluence. So we'll do this. And then get... kind of close. I mean, it's a weird situation because we're playing Demonic Tutor, but we don't know exactly what we want. We have Mystic Confluence, which is good. Between Confluence and Maelstrom Pulse, our bases are pretty well covered, so we could just get another land, funnily enough. That would let us set up the Field of the Dead better. Yeah, I think I'm just going to get Taiga here. Play this tapped and pass. So this is a key turn. We'll see what they do this turn. Goldspan Dragon. Okay, we can kill this. They are going to get some mana, but that's fine. Okay, so let's go green, green, black. Maelstrom pulls this. Misplay here. Actually, somewhat significant misplay. Oh, they repealed it. All right, this is fine then. That's not a problem. We want to be able to cast Mystic Confluence. So we'll do this. And now we have an interesting decision. We could play Kaito, or we could hold up Mystic Confluence. I think I'm going to actually play Kaito here and just destroy this and just set up for next turn. Take them off of a mana. They could have cracked that, but I knew they wouldn't. Then play Kaito. And then this becomes the turn of the game. And if they cannot either kill us or do something very significant this turn, from now on I think we should be set. Like, we have a lot of pressure. We have card draw. We have Mystic Confluence. What do you got? Night's Whisper is slow. Rakdos Signet's bad. Okay, if we just get to untap, then I think we win. We could... Yeah, let's make a copy of Snapcaster Mage. Flashback Abrade. Okay, nice. So we actually would not have been able to hold Mystic Confluence, and maybe we're not supposed to play the Abrade, but I knew they were going to concede there. So, solid start. We lose game 1, but then come back and win games 2 and 3 against Storm. I'll see you in round 2. All right, we're ready for round 2 against Kyle Brennan 92. Unfortunately, we are on the draw, and doubly unfortunately, we have to mulligan. So, Can't ask for much of a worse start than that, but we can keep our 6 and put back. Probably Swamp here. And then we have turn 2 Mana Drain, turn 3 Chandra, which is pretty good in a lot of matchups. In fact, that could just win on its own. I like the mana a lot. We have our double red for Chandra, we have our double blue for Mana Drain, we have single green and single black, and I don't think we have any double green cards. We do have one double black card, but still. Very good mana base. Playing against the fan, which is always nice, but they're playing a Mox on the play, which is not nice. Oh, him to Torok. Alright. That's bad. That's kind of interesting. Do we play the Tree Speaker? I think the answer is no. I want to be able to use a Braid next turn, and we can't level up the Tree Speaker, and even if we could, it doesn't necessarily help us yet. Yeah, so we'll do it this way, but good start from the opponent for sure. Okay, do we kill this Mox Jet? I think the answer is yes. If they didn't have a play last turn, they're not super likely to have one this turn. They could have a double red card, but if they don't play anything this turn, we just get to untap, we can hopefully set up for a Draga Tree Speaker. Well, all right. We can't level up the Tree Speaker now, but that's fine. I think against a red-black, it's very unlikely to survive. So they'll probably just kill this, but then we can resolve Chandra. Rakdos Signet Pass. Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go for the leveling up. There's an argument to just not even trying to level this up. But if it does work, it's way better. And it does work here. So that's good. Play the Chandra. Plus, hit them for 2. Both of our islands are now gone. That's fine, though. And now we don't have any action in our hand, but we have a lot of mana and we have a Chandra. And that could get there. Hopefully they don't have a Hero's Downfall. Rats. That's even worse. Okay, so now we're really just hoping to top deck. Okay, I think I will cycle this to start and then play Fable. Okay, and we're not going to play the land. We're definitely planning on cycling that away. Our deck top decks pretty well. We have Dig Through Time, Memory Deluge for card draw. Sneak Attack. Okay, we have a few answers to that, but we need to dig deep. Definitely discarding both of these. Ouch. That is rough. Okay, so I think we're probably just dead. I guess we could leave this back in case they have Blightsteel Colossus, but I think we're losing no matter what. I mean, they have Sneak Attack, they're on tapping. We have nothing. I just want to see what they're trying to sneak into play. They also didn't play land, so they might have just tons of action. Okay, what did you got? Terrasson. Okay, that's kind of funny. If they blow up 3 of our lands, we could potentially just beat them down with the elephants. We'll see how they choose to play this. Okay, they blow up 2 of their own lands in my Fable. Alright, so they're letting us keep our mana. We're just going to take this 9, and then we're really behind because they still have Sneak Attack. They're drawing 2 cards a turn. They're hitting us for 9 here, but it's not impossible. We need to find a card draw, though. We need to find Dig Through Time or Memory Deluge. Or Escape to the Wilds, okay? Okay, a lot of action there. How do we want to do this? We can Kolaghan's Command to kill Portal plus, and make them discard down to 1. I think that's probably what we're supposed to do this turn. So, well, land, make a zombie, and then black, whatever, red, target player, discard the card, destroy target artifact. All right, and the next turn we can play Leave Old Memory Deluge. So I actually think we're in a really good spot if we can untap. Do we want to send with the elephant? I guess not. So let's just see what their last card is. They discarded Zealous Conscripts. If their last card is a huge thing to sneak into play, we die. But they don't sneak anything into play. If they swing with both, I'll just trade down. And then hopefully we can find a Maelstrom Pulse to kill the sneak attack. And then we're way ahead, actually. Especially with Field of the Dead going. We can win the long game. Animate Dead on Terracodon. Okay. That's good, but it's not game ending. I'll be interested to see what they do here. They probably kill the Field of the Dead. Okay, Field of the Dead and 2 of their own lands. So they're down to they're basically not casting spells for the rest of the game. They're just trying to sneak attack for the win. We'll take our draw. Reclamation Sage, great draw, but we have to decide which one of them we want to kill. How much mana do we have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can play all 3, actually. We have exactly enough mana. I kind of think I'm more afraid of the sneak attack here. But maybe that's not true. We know they don't have something yet, so they're top deck. Yeah, I think we should actually probably kill the Terracodon. But let's start with the Memory Deluge and see what we find. Well, okay, yeah. Do it like this. Okay, Mystic Confluence beats Sneak Attack. So I think now we can chump block and just wait a turn. So let's take Mystic Confluence and then Kaito. And then we go land, Leovold. So black, green, blue. And then Rexage. Destroy this. And now they can't really cast spells. They can't like do anything. They just need to win with their current board. And we can chump block the Terracodon and then bounce the Terracodon with Mystic Confluence. And I think we win from there. So let's go trade. I'll just take 3. Actually, no. I'm fine trading here too. And then chump here. Then we untap and Mystic Confluence, and that should seal the deal. Oh, whoops. So, blue, blue. So we're going to go bounce, draw, draw. Then we swing for 2. Wow. That was a weird game. They put Terracodon into play multiple times, but we're still able to outgrind. Let's get the Kaito down. Draw a card. Simic Signet. And then, yeah, I mean, we're at 10. They have 1 mountain. I don't really see a way they can win this game. We also still have Mystic Confluence in the graveyard and Snapcaster Mage. Okay, so playing against Black-Red Sneak Attack Reanimator. Honestly, their deck looks pretty sweet. They have a lot of fast mana. They have some of the best combo pieces. Terracodon is not that good with Sneak Attack, in my opinion. But, yeah, their deck is scary. I think I will bring in Embereth Shieldbreaker since we saw 2 pieces of Artifact Ramp plus Corrosive Portal. Dismember is maybe kind of medium. I do like Hero's Downfall. I like all the things that kill artifacts and enchantments. Yeah, let's cut the Dismember. And then run it like this. Alright, great hand. I think I'm not playing Tree Speaker on 1. Oh, well, they might just combo us on turn 1. Oh, turn 1 Liliana of the Veil. We need to find a black source ASAP. I think I'm discarding Hero's Downfall because we're pretty far away from being able to play that. Black source. Hold on. Okay, so I was gonna hold up Spell Pierce, but now I think we do just jam this. It's not great value, because they can just make a sacrifice, but it takes them off of the ultimate, and that's just what we can't let them get this up to 6. Okay, they him to Torok. We still have Maelstrom Pulse in our hand, so oh, interesting. I think I'm just discarding this mana drain, to be honest. I think I need to just develop my mana here. I can't really afford to play reactively. Ah, they thought seize the pulse. Brutal. So this is going to be a weird game. Like, basically, we just need to top deck really well. We just need to find, like, several lands in a row, have them have nothing, and then eventually, like, find a way to kill this. But the problem is now Maelstrom Pulse is gone, and our mana is so bad that it seems very unlikely we're going to be able to kill this very easily. They can just, like, take our last card out of our hand. Rakdos Signet. And then they plus. Willamog's in the graveyard, so they have a reanimation thing. What do we want to draw? I don't even know. Memory Deluge, so close. If only we had one more land. But yeah, looks like they're going to take us down in game 2. Turn 1 Liliana on the play is strong. All we want to do is basically just draw lands every single turn, though, which means that if we keep drawing lands, then the Liliana ultimate isn't too bad. Just, wow, triple big boy. All right, I'm going to pass. They're probably going to plus Lily, and then we can kill the Signet. Okay. Casting a 2-1. Very strange game. We're both pretty low on resources. Lily's at 5, so they're still ways away. They can't ultimate immediately. Just draw lands. I mean, that's all we want. Just lands every turn. If we get to the point where Field of the Dead is a real threat, then we could win with that. We draw something good. Utopia Sprawl, sure. Although, Utopia Sprawl is kind of awkward against Liliana. Well, named Black, I guess. Because they can separate the forest and the Utopia Sprawl, and then either way we lose it. If they plus again, and we draw a land, we can Memory Deluge. Land. Escape the Wild, okay. What is Demonic Tutor getting here? Or do we want to do Snapcaster plus something? I don't think we're playing Snapcaster. Or, no, I don't think we're playing Demonic Tutor this turn. Let's go land tapped, Underground Sea. And then our plan is... Oh, we make a zombie. Nice. I forgot that was going to happen. Okay. Then we can go Snapcaster Mage as a beatdown creature if they ultimate Liliana. Which they kind of need to do here. Of course, they could always just top deck a reanimation spell and win. Like, I don't think we can really beat Archon of Cruelty from this position. Like, ultimate Liliana plus Archon of Cruelty wins. But if they don't do something drastic this turn, we're actually in a really good spot. They can ultimate Lily, but then we can kill their Lily. We might not be able to get value off the Mystic Confluence, but we'll have some board presence. We'll have enough lands. I guess we'll still be kind of behind, but given how behind we were for a while, this is not bad. Sheesh, these games have been rough. Okay, so let's float mana to cast Snapcaster Mage. They know what's up. Like, there's no surprises here. So the Utopia Scroll is on the basic forest. Hopefully, for their sake, they separate those two. And then we have a lot of mana. We have 8 mana. So even if we sacrifice 4 lands, we're fine. Field of the Dead is not that important anymore. I think it's unlikely that we build up again that quickly. Okay, so if they do this, it's 4 lands versus 4. It's like 4 mana versus 4 mana and a zombie, so we would keep the top pile. Then we wouldn't have red mana, but I don't think that's that important. And then what do we have again to... we can play Demonic Tutor if we keep black mana. I don't think we're going to be playing Mystic Confluence probably, but we should play the Snapcaster Mage here, I think, almost definitely. Even though it's not the best value. Okay, they put the zombie down there. Now I would keep the top pile. Okay, so yeah, we'll sacrifice the bottom pile. We have no red mana, but we have a decent amount of total mana, including black. And we can play Snapcaster Mage to kill the Liliana. If they have a kill spell, it's a little awkward. We'll sacrifice this, though. Then jam our snap. Alright, what do we draw? Dig through time, alright. Let's swing at Lily for 2. And now we can decide. We could play Mystic Confluence to just draw 3. Or we could Demonic Tutor for something. Alright, let's see if there's anything good to search for. Not really, to be honest. Is Kaito still in the deck? But we don't have double black. I think I'm just gonna draw 3. Okay, I think I'm just gonna play tap land here. It does mean we can't cycle it, but I think that's fine. This is the key turn of the game. If they draw a reanimation spell this turn, we're in bad shape. But if we get to untap with Dig Through Time and a Snapcaster in play, I think we're in good shot. Alright, nice. That's good. So let's go dig. Okay, Fable, Rexade. I would have preferred Counter Magic, but that's not bad. The bottom of our deck is now just all brick, so we want to avoid shuffling. Swing for 2, and then do we play Fable or Rexage? I think Fable. I think I just want to get some pressure going. Still, at any point, like Animate Dead is going to be bad. We do have Rexage though, which can kill the Animate Dead. Okay, they just pass. Nice. So we're going to discard this land. We'll discard 2 lands. Oh. Whoops. Oh, okay, this happens first. Doesn't really matter. Discard 2. We want to make sure we don't run out of cards. Alright, hit 4. Then let's play... Kaito is bad here. So we'll play Leovold. Well, I guess we'll play Chandra first. Very low on cards in library, but their life total is getting low. Polygon's Command. That is worth playing. So we can bring back Embereth Shieldbreaker. How much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. So unfortunately, we can't play everything we want to. So let's go return Ember Shieldbreaker. You discard a card. I think that's a little bit... Or no, let's actually just shock them. Yeah, let's shock them. Return this. You discard. Actually, No, let's not even play this because we just want pressure. I don't think the Mock Jet's that relevant. I think I'm just gonna hit them for two and then play Leovold. It's kind of close. Um, yeah, we'll do this and pass. So they need to top deck this turn. Are they dead on board next turn? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. They're exactly dead on board if they don't do something this turn. We can beat. We have Reclamation Sage, which can beat some things they would draw. Did I make any obvious misplays? Did I? I do think the opponent played well, other than that one minor Utopia Sprawl thing. Weird games. Both games I felt incredibly behind for a lot of it. And then somehow we were able to finagle it. They drew Emrakul and Ashen Rider. Hilarious. All right. Well, we've been kind of battling, but the last two leagues that I played, literally right before this, we just cruised. Every single game we won easily. This has not been like that. The games have been grindy and long. We lost to Storm in our first game of the league. This has been a lot more tumultuous, so to speak. But still, we're 2-0. Hoping to get that third trophy in a row. See you in the finals. All right, here we are for the finals against X Reclaimer. We are on the play. And the old six-lander. I'm going to keep... I would not fault someone for shipping this, but we can cycle Xander's Lounge, we have Field of the Dead for value, and we have all of our colors, which is really important for decks like this. We can get a blue-green untapped land with Wooded Foothills, and we have our best turn 1 play. So this is probably the only 6-land hand I would keep, essentially, with this deck, but I think it is just good enough. They're playing... Oh, Fast Bond. Okay. Well, this is a lot of permanents for turn 1. Hymn to Torok, Shriekmaw. Okay, that's honestly fine. It just depends on what their other 3 cards are. I think I'm going to get a Triome with this. I really don't want to draw more lands. And this just sets up our mana better. We could play Field of the Dead, but there's not a real rush to get that into play. Ha, gotcha. It's kind of hilarious. They only have 2 cards now. So, if they don't have some card draw over there, we are in pretty good shape. Yeah, down to 1, and Llanowar Elves is not scary. I think we just get the Jund land with this. That doesn't mean we don't have double blue if we're cycling the Triome, though. So I might just get Breeding Pool. But I do like the idea of having double red. I wish I had a blue-red land to get here. We have 3 double blue cards, 1 double red card. Okay, I'm just going to get Breeding Pool. This also means if we draw the Zaitor's Proving Ground, we can cycle it. How do we want to sequence this? I think I'm just going to play another fetch land. I really can't afford to keep drawing lands. And then we can just fetch a blue-green untapped land. This does mean, again, that specifically Chandra is going to be awkward. But we're cycling the Xander's Lounge anyways. And I don't really want to get a red land here. Oh, what are they doing end of turn? Crop rotation. Okay, they might just have like a man land here. There's nothing that's that scary. Like, okay, just that they're flooded. They have no action. We have no action. It's just a question of who can top deck. But we get Cycle's Ender's Lounge, and that's basically it. We have one extra card. All our lands in hand are essentially worthless. 3 mana. What you got? There's a lot of stuff that would be pretty problematic here. Oko is maybe the worst. That sucks. That really, really sucks. We have a reasonable number of answers to it, at least 2 that I can think of off the top of my head. But it's like the fact that it was literally a top deck war, they had no cards, and then just like blind rip Oko off the top. That hurts. Oh, I guess I can get Taiga here. Yeah, then we have 2 of all of our colors. Okay. That's a fine draw. It's not great, but they can't kill it next turn. Okay, I think I'm just going to plus for mana and put Simic Signet into play. Hitting them for 2 damage is unlikely to be relevant. And in a deck that has like Memory Deluge and Dig Through Time, having a lot of mana in play can be good. Ah, that freaking Oko. I mean, I guess we top decked our Chandra, but still, that hurts. We get 2 looks next turn to draw something relevant. And then after that, they kill the Chandra, and the game quickly spirals out of control from there because Oko is a messed up magic card. So they make that a 3/3, hit our Chandra down to 1. Brutal. Okay, I'm going to put an island into play. We don't have anything with double black. Plus this for card. Kolaghan's Command. Okay, we'll cast this. So we can kill the Llanowar Elves and bring back Draga Tree Speaker. And then chump block the food and keep our Chandra around, hopefully. We could also make them discard their last card, but I think it's unlikely to be super relevant. And I really want to keep my Chandra alive. Could also just not even care about the Llanowar Elves, though. Maybe that's better. Yeah, I think that is better. At the very least, it gives us information. Collective Brutality. Okay, that worked out really well. We'll play the Tree Speaker, level it up. I don't think leveling it up is that relevant, but our plan is just to chump block the food and keep the Chandra around. We could eat the Llanowar Elves, but I think the Chandra is our path to victory here. I don't really care about getting a little bit of value. Like, killing a creature for free does feel good, but that's not really what this game is going to come down to. Oh, interesting. They elk that, so now they can kill the Chandra either way. Yeah, I mean, good play. I should have known they would do that. They kill the Chandra. We can't keep her alive. We still have a lot of live draws, though. Like, any of our card draw here, like, if we find, like, Escape the Wilds into Maelstrom Pulse or something, we're, like, way ahead. They have a lot of mana, but nothing else. We draw Mana Drain. Rough. Just hit their Oko for 1 and pass. I guess I'll level it up. Yeah, actually, it is relevant to level it up. I'm gonna hold it Mana Drain still, of course, but making this a 1/4 so that it blocks well is somewhat relevant. Next turn we start making zombies with Field of the Dead. I kind of hope they ripped Craterhoof off the top. Although actually they don't have enough for Craterhoof. They have 7 mana. Oh, only 6. Okay. Ramanap Excavator. I think that's worth countering. That gives them a lot of value, and it just gives them more bodies. Alright, this is the turn. We have a lot of card draw. We have a lot of mana. The problem is, like, even if we draw the kill spell for Oko, just beating these 2/3/3s is kind of hard. We just need, like, chain card draw, I guess. We're down to 11. Okay, that is what we were looking for. Let's do it. I think I'm just going to delve all this stuff away. I don't care about it. Oh, wait, we do have Snapcaster Mage, actually. All right, let's go. Blue. Exile all these lands. Exile Chandra. I think I'm even going to exile this, but then I'll just color this. Okay, Fable of the Mirror Breaker, Snapcaster Mage. Yeah, definitely taking those two. And we play the Fable. How much mana do we have? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we can't snap dig. We could snap Kolaghan's Command. We could also just hold the snap for next turn. I think we're passing this turn. Or we could even just level up the Drago Tree Speaker twice as a good blocker. Yeah, I think that seems decent. And then we could play land for a 2/2 zombie. Yeah. Like, what is Kolaghan's Command doing here? Not that much. Yeah, let's just hold the Kolaghan's Command for now. If they top deck, like, the one thing we could do with it is to knock the card out of their hand after they top deck. But, I'm not that afraid of their top decks. Or, well, actually, I am afraid of their top decks. But, I think it's fine to just hope they break for a turn, basically, and get more value out of the Snapcaster later. So, we'll just pass. This turn, they can turn their food into an elk and attack with everything. I'll block one of their 3/3s, double block with our 2/2/2s, take 3. Hopefully they draw a brick. And then we get to cycle this island. And if we draw if we draw something else bad, then we can cycle that too. We just need to find a way to kill this Oko soon. Like, we can't win if they just keep on making 3/3s every other turn. But yeah, we're fighting. We're in this. We have Field of the Dead going. If we can kill the Oko, I think we win the long game. We don't know their entire deck, of course, but from what we've seen, it doesn't look like it's that top heavy. Although maybe that also just means they have all of their top end still in their deck. Ogre's at 10, so we're never killing it unless we find a way to just kill it outright. Block like this, they kill our Goblin Shaman, but that's fine. Okay, that's what we were looking for. Discard the island. That is the other thing we were looking for. And now, all of a sudden, we are ahead. So, let's start with a Memory Deluge. Actually, no, I'm going to start with Hero's Downfall. Well, yeah, I'm going to start with Hero's Downfall. It plays around any sort of... Actually, they only have one Zagoth Triome. They're not playing Counter Magic. So, Memory Deluge. Alright, let's take Leovold, and then I think I'm just taking land, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have... Oh, yeah, we need Swamp to cast Leovold plus Hero's Downfall. So let's take Leovold Swamp. Then we go land, make a dude. Hero's Downfall your Oko. Leovold. And now I think we're probably ahead. They still have a lot of mana, so they could just top deck Craterhoof or something, go like land Craterhoof and win. They have the land. Do they have the Crater Hoof? That would be so sad. Oh no, I think they have a 7 drop. So it's not actually Crater Hoof, but oh, Tavlar's Huntmaster. We can actually beat that. Do I trade Leovold for one of their Elks? I think the answer is yes. Leovold doesn't seem great against their deck. Yeah, I think that's fine. So double block here, block here. Then we can go Snapcaster, Hero's Downfall to kill their Tavlar's Huntmaster. And we have Dig Through Time to flashback later. We're still making a 2-2 every time we play land. We have plenty of cards left in our deck, so I'm not too worried about getting milled. Alright, let's go Snapcaster Mage. I should have actually played Karn first, but it doesn't really matter. Hero's Downfall here. Karn plus. Dismember Braid, okay. And then I think I'm going to swing with the zombie. We need to start bringing the beats. I don't want to give them too many top decks, ideally. And if they swing at us, we can trade the Snapcaster with one of their wolves and then block with the block Draga Tree Speaker on the other. Every single top deck is still scary because they have so many lands, but alright, they draw another land, and now we're getting close to the point where we can kill them. Actually, we can make copies of Snapcaster Mage and even knock a card out of their card out of their hand in their draw step. So I'm not actually gonna I'll just block here, take 2. Maelstrom Pulse. Okay, let's just cast that now to kill these guys, which takes them off of 2 mana. I'm gonna make another dude. Swing for 5, and then we're just gonna kill them. Yeah, we can, unless they have some sort of weird instant, we just win now. Wow, this has been such a wild league. Okay, so go to their draw step. Make a copy of Snapcaster Mage. Target Kolaghan's Command. So we'll... Alright, there we go. So playing against blue-green mid-range. I guess Sultai mid-range. If they're playing crop rotation just for Guy's Cradle doesn't even seem that good in their deck. That's sort of sketchy. I don't think they're likely to have any sort of weird Dark Depths shenanigans, though. Okay, Oko's a problem. Wow, that was an awesome game. This has been such a great league. What changes do we want to make, if any? We didn't see tons of artifact. I do think I want Burst Lightning. Going up on removal seems pretty good. What do we not want? Honestly, Leovold seems kind of weak. Rexage seems kind of weak. I want my kill spells. I need to be able to kill their Oko. I think I do still want the card draw. Leovold's fine, probably. I'll cut Leovold. And I think, given that I am adding in I kind of want to add another red source. How many are we playing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I want to play another green source, or red source. So we'll cut this, add a mountain, and run it like this. The mana is sketchy here. Very sketchy. Being 2 times bad in the opener, but we do have Kaito. I think I'm going to keep it, but it's really close. And then we have another tough decision on sequencing. If we want to play Tropical Island on turn 1 or not. Best case scenario, we draw a blue source. Yeah, I think I will keep this. Best case scenario is we draw a blue source and we can hold up mana drain on 2. But if we don't draw a blue source, then I think I will probably just play Field of the Dead. I don't love it, but I might want to be curving out. We could go then it's turn 2 Snap as an Ambush Viper, turn 3 Kaito. They're down to 4 cards. Okay, so looking pretty good. This would be an unlikely trophy if we're able to pull it off, but an epic one. I do hope they can keep their 4. Okay, good. Forest go. Alright, yeah, playing the Field of the Dead here. We're not that likely to be able to mana drain on 2. Our mana is sketchy in this deck. Field of the Dead, you're probably supposed to play 18 lands when you play Field of the Dead. Okay, that's a decent draw. If they do nothing, I will just play Snapcaster Mage here, so that we can start drawing cards with Kaito. Not Oko, please not Oko. Oh wait, no, we have Maelstrom Pulse, it's fine. Not Oko, though. Utopia Sprawl, okay. Oh, on blue and then play Oko. Oh, Tireless Tracker. Alright, I still think I'm going to play the Maelstrom Pulse here. The question is, do we want to still play Snapcaster Mage? And I think the answer is no. I think we can afford to play it a bit slower here. Just kill this. And then our plan is to save Snapcaster to flashback on Oko. To flashback Maelstrom Pulse on Oko. They do have the Oko. Okay, so we need to find one more land. There's the land. Okay, so we should be good. We can play Kaito. I'm going to make a 1/1. Tapped land, pass. Then they get to make a 3/3 for 1 turn. But then we can kill their Oko. And I think win from there. I mean, it's not over. They have 4 lands. They could top deck well. But our hand is pretty stacked. So I'm feeling good. Course of Krufix into Guy's Cradle. Fair enough. I mean, they could come back here. Hopefully we can find some more removal. Let's attack them for 1. We draw. So we need to make sure. So this green, black. Okay, so we go land, Snapcaster Mage, Maelstrom Pulse. Alright, very happy we saved the Snapcaster in the end. They are going to get to kill our Kaito. They have Scrubland in hand, another land on top. Little flood over there. But now they have a lot of land, so, they could just top deck. Oh, man. Hydra. Yeah, they could totally win this. We have mana drain, so we can counter that. I think we're ahead, but given that they mulled a 4, they're in a shockingly good position. If they send both of these at Kaito, Kaito's going to die. Then we can play Karn and probably just plus and hold up mana drain. Their unknown was Uro. Wow, they're really going off here. This is kind of insane how well they're doing, considering how low on resources they were at one point. Crop rotation on top is not that scary. But they're going to draw so many cards here. Man, yeah, I think we're, actually maybe behind. Shockingly. Okay, I'm going to just trade these 2 with the food. So let's go land, Karn, and pass with mana drain up. We're gonna start making zombies soon with Field of the Dead, or starting next turn. We can make 2 zombies. I think if it wasn't for the Field of the Dead, we would actually be behind. But with the Field of the Dead, we're fine. Although Hex Drinker is a good one for them. They can play. They have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, so they can draw 3. Then we're gonna get tons of mana because we're gonna get 8 mana off the mana drain. We can play Escape to the Wilds, make a bunch of zombies. The Hex Drinker could be an issue though. I don't think we really have a good answer to the Hex Drinker actually. If they get it to level 3. But if they want to get the Hex Drinker to level 3, that means they need to leave 4 mana back, so they would have to make a much smaller Krasis. We also could just, if they played a small Krasis, we could just let it resolve and then counter the Hex Drinker. And then soon they're going to bring back Uro too. Wow, they're really doing it. It's kind of cool to see. Obviously, I hope I win, but I'm happy that they're able to put up a surprisingly good fight here. They actually don't have double blue yet, though, for Uro. Oh, they should have. Yeah, it's funny that they attacked first. Now they have 1 less mana for the guy's cradle. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. So they're drawing 2. We're going to get to look at a ton of cards on our next turn, so we're pretty likely to, if they do put Hex Drinker into play and don't level it up to 3, we're pretty likely to be able to find an answer. Even more so with the Memory Deluge and Exile. Alright, so they're playing this for 6 mana. We're going to get 6 mana on our mana drain. Interesting. So they're only playing it for 4 instead. If we counter this, then they don't have enough mana to really go off with Hex Drinker. So I think we do just mana drain this. This is too conservative of a line probably from them. I feel like they should just draw more cards. Now it's not really going to work that well. They draw 1 card, but they can't level it up enough. Oh, wait, they can. I just totally misjudged that. I don't know why I miscounted there. Are we just dead then? I mean, we could find Chandra. We have a reasonable number of looks to find Chandra. But that's actually pretty bad. I forgot that they would get an extra mana from the Hex Drinker being in play for the guy's cradle. Okay, that's fine. Alright, we draw another brick. Let's go red-green, Escape to the Wilds. We don't find the Chandra. Yeah, we're actually in a kind of bad spot now. Because this Hex Drinker is going to become huge. We get a few more looks. How do we want to deal with this? Yeah, huge misplay. I'm sorry. We should have just countered the Hex Drinker and just let them have the 2/2 Krasis. I wanted more mana, but that was unnecessarily greedy. Okay, I'm going to play this and fetch. So Chandra is an answer. That's it. We also do have Demonic Tutor. Um, how much mana do we have? We can play one more land, so that would give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So we could play. Hmm. I think we played this, and I think we have one more forest in our deck. Just gonna quickly confirm. We cut a swamp, but I think we do have two forests. Oh no, we only have one forest. Okay, do we have a land, an untapped land that we can get? Tropical Island, Taiga, Underground Sea, are they all gone? Tropical Island, Taiga, Underground Sea is in the deck. Underground Sea is in the deck. Okay, so this makes our dig through time cheaper. And again, if we kill the Hexdrinker, then I'm not worried anymore. Um, so let's go blue, blue, dig through time, delving away everything. No, we couldn't find the Chandra. And we're one mana short of being able to do everything we need here. Just brutal. Yeah, I don't think we can win now. We can take Demonic Tutor, play it, but then we only have 3 mana. We can't bounce this. Oh, if only we had one more land. Alright, I'm going to play Demonic Tutor just in case there's something I'm not thinking of. Kolagon's command does not do it. We can get Chandra, but we can't play it this turn. Yeah, I think we're just dead. We'll get Fable to race, make a dude. Play the Fable. Pass. I mean, so they can kill us in 3 swings. I guess that's our plan. Just race them, which we could potentially. Oh, they come on. They have Walking Ballista on top now. All right. So they level up their Hexdrinker all the way. They Inquisition us, which doesn't do anything. They're going to kill us in 3 swings. Can we kill them faster? We have a lot of damage on board. We don't have any life gain. They do have Uro in the yard. Yeah, I think the Uro in the yard is going to be the deal breaker. Because that means they can gain a lot of life. Oh, wow, brutal. They're going to really beat us on a mold of 4 because of a misplay that I made. So I think, again, the play to make is just let them have the 2/2 Krasis and then counter the Hexdrinker. I don't think we knew that they had a land, but we just lose to land, or maybe we even did, but we just lose to them playing Hexdrinker and then leveling it up 3 times. We have multiple kill spells. Like, we could dismember the Hexdrinker, but it has protection from instants and sorceries. And now they can just dump all their mana into it, give it protection from everything. We can't block it, we can't kill it, we just have to race, and we don't have any life gain in our deck. We can keep on putting a bunch of zombies into play, but that's not going to be enough. Rough. How much damage are we dealing? Like, we can swing for a lot, but not enough. So then we'll have to settle this in game 3 on the play. Hexdrinker is a huge issue. Is there anything we can do about it? Not really. We could bring in Avenger of Zendikar to have more win conditions. Because, like, if we had Avenger of Zendikar, then we could win. That's probably something that's worth doing. So they level this thing up all the way. Then they hit us down to 9. We can dismember to kill the Courser and then attack back for a lot of damage and prevent their life gain. It's not over. I don't think we need this Karn anymore, so I'm just going to cash it. Okay. There's the Chandra. A little too late. Okay, so let's go Utopia Sprawl. Naming black, I guess. Doesn't really matter. Dismember to kill this. Actually, wait. Let's think about this. Let's make sure that the math works. So, what do we want to do this turn? We want to play Chandra. Ideally, we hold up Mystic Confluence to counter this Walking Ballista. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So 3 from Dismember. That's actually it. Unless we shock, which we can do. We can go to 8 and that's or 7 and that's equivalent to being at 6 because we're countering the Walking Ballista. So let's go Dismember. I'm going to cash this in for another dude. Swing all out. We do make a treasure, which grows the thing, too. They're down to 11. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So we can play Grim Lava Man. We definitely want to play Grim Lava Mancer because that represents damage. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to play this. I'm going to shock this into play, which I think should be fine. I guess they could get really cheeky and play a tiny Ballista. In which case, I think I just don't even care about this breeding pool. I just play this for my hand. I don't think making an extra 2/2 next turn is relevant. So I'll just play this, so I don't have to shock. And then we just get another creature into play. Alright, we're going super wide. We got tons of creatures. We have Mystic Confluence available, so I actually think we are going to be able to pull it off. Really crazy game, though. They definitely can't... we have lethal if we counter their spell. So yeah. Oh, man. They have Uro. So that's, I guess, they can only win if they go for Uro. But there's no way they play Uro here, right? Like, they're definitely going to play their Walking Ballista for 3. They play it for 1. Interesting. So they're leaving up Uro. This doesn't kill us. And they can't level it up enough to kill us. So I think we just let this resolve. So now they play the Uro, we'll go counter, bounce, draw. Oh wait, they can replay this, so there's no point in bouncing this. So counter, draw, draw. Oh, whoops. And wait, yeah, they definitely only have I wish. Yeah, alright, so counter, draw, draw. Okay, and then we win here. They can Ballista, but that's not going to do it. Alright, we have lethal many times over. So let's... Okay. Holy moly, that was a wild league. Like, almost every single game was just insane. And that makes 3 trophies in a row. Every game I've played since Christmas has been a trophy. That feels good. Let's pull up the deck list. So, this was our 4-color trophy deck list. We won our last 6 games in a row. So, based on that, you'd think we were cruising, but we really weren't. Like, almost every single game was super close. A lot of weird, sketchy situations. I'm thrilled to have been able to pull that out, frankly. I mean, that's why you play Vintage Cube. That was amazing. The deck was good. I don't think it was great for a few reasons. First of all, the mana was kind of sketchy. We might have wanted to play 18 lands. We're playing 4 colors with a colorless land. We didn't have that many basics, so obviously we had a lot of non-basics, but we only had 2 fetches. 3 or 4 fetches would have gone a long way, so that was one flaw. Second, not great win conditions. In a lot of games, we were ending with like 5 cards left in our library because we had better card draw than win conditions. So those were the two big problems. Now for the good things, the card draw was great. Having Memory Deluge, Dig Through Time, Escape the Wilds, and Mystic Confluence, plus Snapcaster Mage to flash that back, Demonic Tutor to find it, was really, really good. And then even Karn, Kaito, and Fable draw some cards. So the card draw was excellent. We also had fairly good acceleration between Simic Signet and 2 green 1-drops. That was pretty good. And then we had, well, yeah, I guess that was the main. We were basically just banking on having good card draw and leveraging that to the victory. And we were able to just pull it out. We definitely had some lucky top decks at times. We might have wanted to have this Avenger of Zendikar in the main deck just to make sure we can close out the game. But we were able to do it every single game. We lost one game, but not because we didn't have enough top end. So, yeah, just a really cool, close, intense, and scary league. But we were able to pull it out. 3 trophies in a row. Hopefully we can keep it going. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.